What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another rant video where I'm joined here today by Comic Book Fan 1992 as we discuss Resident Evil 6, the final chapter. Oh my god. All right, you guys know how I feel about this. This is going to be a big rant, but Edgar has a few questions that he wants to ask. So, Edgar, you wanted to ask me a few questions about the new upcoming Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
So, what are your questions?
My question is to you, Alex, my friend,
Oh
my good
god.
friend, my dildo friend.
Oh god.
uh, Pretty much, do you think that this movie will be the last movie, and also, does this mean that we will get a reboot down the line, and hopefully that movie's good, and also it follows the games. But like every horror franchise, it gets a fucking continuation.
All right. Well, what concerns me about this is you do know Resident Evil 7's coming out. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be a little bit of a problem because what if Paul W.S. Anderson decides, oh well, there's another game. You know what that means? Another movie. So with the title being Resident Evil: The Final Chapter and all the stuff that I've been reading online, if it turns out to be true, then yeah, this is the be all end all. Thank God. But no, I'm so serious, man. They don't cover anything about the Spencer Mansion. They don't cover anything about Albert Wesker's origin with Umbrella. They don't cover anything about Jill, Chris,
Yeah.
Leon, Claire. None of that. They don't cover
Oh,
anything about the tyrants, the nemesis. All they do is like they show off these BOWs and they don't do shit with them. So I really hope that yes, this is the final movie. And if anybody out there seems to like and enjoy the live action films, you know what? Kudos to you. I understand. But what I can't seem to understand is how you can be entertained by this crappy CG, poorly acted, god awful script ass film. Like all of the Resident Evil films, with the exception of probably the first and the second one, were terrible. They were dog shit. The other night, I watched Resident Evil Damnation and Degeneration, the CGI films, in which case I recommend all you guys to watch. And they
agreed.
were they were they were head and shoulders better than the live action films. Why? That just goes to show that something's wrong with Hollywood. So to answer your question, yes, I do think that this is the last one. Thank God. If anything, if they do decide to do a reboot, make it to where it's survival horror. I'm sick to death with all of these fucking so-called Hollywood directors and producers who want to create a horror film and they want to add like action and like adventure and like they want to
Uh-huh.
make it seem like it's a Transformers film. Stop. You're butchering a great franchise and I don't really know how much of a Resident Evil fan you are. I know you like it, but I don't know like how deep
I,
it runs with you.
I almost say this right now. The guy who plays Wesker is terrible. The guy who plays fucking Chris Redfield is fucking horrible.
They're
I
all
never,
terrible.
yeah.
They're
It's
all
just,
terrible, man.
yeah. And it's just, it's really fucking sad that's the case. And I hope they do get a reboot because I want a
With the right director. Oh my god. All
yeah.
right, wait, hold on. Which director would you have reboot like the next series of films if that were ever the case?
If I had someone to make the next movie, I would have to go to either A. Sam Raimi, the guy who did the Evil Dead trilogy,
Okay.
and also the original Spider-Man trilogy as well. As much as I don't like those films, but anyway, uh, just yeah, those are what I would pick the most. But
I
anyway,
don't know,
go.
man. Like I would want a director. Like I hate to say James Wan because James Wan's more. He's a horror director, but he's not like one of those like zombie directors in an essence. So I don't know how he would do. Perhaps maybe the director of World War Z, but then again, they had tons of problems with that film as well. The bottom line, guys, is the fact that they've butchered the films. They've butchered the films, and I don't care if I'm ranting. I don't care if I offend anybody. I don't care if people are gonna be all up in their feelings talking about, oh no, you've hurt my feelings. You said the live action films suck when I enjoyed them. I don't give a damn if you enjoyed them, because if you enjoyed them and you've been following the Resident Evil games and the actual story and the books and shit, and you enjoy the films, you're not a real RE fan. I'll just flat out say it. You're not. I mean, real Resident Evil fans go by the books, the games, everything in its continuity. Resident Evil, the movies, have no continuity, have no direct continuity with anything that happened in the games. All they did was
Yeah, I'm back.
just take
Anyway,
all they did
yeah,
was
it's
take like
just
fucking certain
I don't
pieces of like
think
certain elements, and that really sucked so much, man.
I'll just say this right now. I'll just say this right now. This whole fucking franchise, the first movie, when I will say this right now, sad truth, this is the franchise that introduced me into the games. I
Really.
mean, yeah, no fucking kidding. I watched the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. It's just they were, as a kid, I thought they were great, but as I played five and some the other games, I started to see, wow, they're pretty fucking piss poor adaptations, and
And they were very bad adaptations of the games because the games were supposed to adapt in terms of story, and the movies were supposed to take from that, but instead what they did was they took certain bits and pieces of the games and they just said, well, you know what, let's just throw in a movie called Resident Evil, let's just throw in some characters like Nemesis and stuff, and nothing made any sense. So what I really hate about the movies is it does not directly have anything to do with the video games. And the video games have a rich, deep story with
oh,
Umbrella
I'll
and
say
everything. So
I'll say
yeah,
this even
man.
further. Nemesis was a fucking badass fucking dude that chased your ass all over that fucking game in Resident Evil
Oh yeah,
3,
when he was chasing you,
and
Carlos. Yeah, I remember.
you know, he was that badass fucking dude where he was fucking shit up. He was intense and nemesis. He was intense. His presence alone was
And the
intimidating.
tyrants as well.
Yeah, and the tyrants. Oh god, the tyrants. But how come the first movie has a tyrant? How come, I don't know, a liquor
Well,
or
the liquor doesn't really count as a tyrant, to be honest. But I get what
or
you're saying. That I mean,
or why just why the first movie had the one monster when you have several monsters
well, they
in
had a bunch. Well, the Resident Evil One continuity of the game, if you want to count the remake or the director's cut, it had hunters, it had just all forms of
yeah, yeah,
zombies, it had
yeah.
the
I know.
Crimson Heads. But
Here's the sad truth about the franchise. It what really is. I'm gonna say this right now. This is why Resident Evil 7 is so different. Is because it murdered the movies, murdered the games. It is reason why Resident Evil 6 was this Michael Bay action horror movie game, and that's why I looked at it now. It's an action horror movie game, and
it was terrible.
well, yeah, that's also I hated Chris Redfield's.
I loved how they all had different stories, but I hated the fact that one story was action adventure, the other one was like kind of survival
Okay,
horror, the other one.
I get. This is what I thought with Resident Evil 6. I thought that okay, they were trying to appeal everybody. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
game.
they really were.
They were trying to like, okay, let's try to make a game with everybody will tackle it, and nothing will happen. Good concept, but fail
They
execution.
were trying to go for the COD audience, the Call of Duty audience, and
And
I really, for the life of me, don't get why. Like
it's
that's a separate
because
audience. You get what I'm saying? Like, stop focusing on that audience.
you want to know why Call of Duty? It's because those zombies creates a lot of interest. You and a little bit of me. I don't play Call of Duty that much. Um, it's just if I do, it's only for fun and just yeah. I only go to the multiplayer and that's it because it's a multiplayer game. That's just how I see it. Yeah, freaking
No,
Call.
I get what you're saying, but like,
And it's just but the whole core fact is I feel that if they're gonna do another Resident Evil 7, I guarantee you something less, some loose end is gonna be out there. I guarantee you that because I'm personally convinced now there's gonna be a seventh film because
really, nah, I don't think so, man. To be
I think
honest.
so. There's gonna be a seventh film. They would have to literally conclude everything, every single spec. It's just yeah. I'll be right back.
Well, he just disappeared. But either way, guys, it's like the movies are such a terrible adaptation to like just the overall story. If you guys are looking for a good story, don't follow the movies. I don't care what anybody says. You know, the CGI is also bad. Like I want you guys to sit through Retribution and what was the other one? Afterlife. Sit through, pay attention, look at the details. Don't be a little fanboy and sit there and say, "Oh my god, the details are so good." Look beyond that. Look at the way, like the whole slow motion fighting style, nunchucks in your face kind of thing. It's stupid. And I just really hope that there is no seventh film because if that's the case, then they're gonna ruin everything. And I don't know, like just let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, guys, because I've never been a fan of the movies. When I was a kid, I was, and then after I pretty much grew out of it, I said to myself, well, damn, they pretty much like botched everything up. Like they just completely
Oh yeah.
murdered the entire like
And here's the
story of Resident Evil.
here's another thing about it: the fact that Alice is just a made up character.
Yeah.
And here's another thing: Mia Jovovich could have just dyed her hair black and played the part of Jill. It would have
Yeah,
been
she
a
could have, yeah, yeah.
it would have been a much better film if if that fucking dude would have been played Chris Redfield, and just I would have been happy with that. But the fact is, they've introduced these characters so later on into the franchise. There is no structure of these characters introducing when you have fucking characters like Marvel Studios introduce these characters at the right time, at the right point, you know it's a good establishment. It just they throw it away. Leon with I'm like, where are you at? Well, like you said in your reviews, Alex, where you been all these years now? Where you been? The fucking what's his face? Chris Redfield. Where you been, Jill? Where you been? It's
Exactly.
just
Like where were they?
and it's just like it's at that point to me. It's just like this franchise deserves to get a reboot and just go from the hardcore uh, survival horror. I seen zombie movies done well and just go from there. Or hell, I would have been happy if they don't want to reboot it, they could do a TV series. There's a TV series being developed, and they want to cash into The Walking Dead. Just do that. But as a reboot, it's different continuity. But God forbid if they continue it as a TV show. You know, if it's just, what do you think that if they just do it?
I would much rather have a TV show with them actually investing in it than just making more
No,
movies
no, no,
because
no, no,
movies are
no, no.
just trash.
You're missing the point on what I'm saying. How would you feel if they decided to say, let's make Resident Evil 7 the movie, but let's split it as a TV show?
Oh hell no! Again, it makes no sense because Resident Evil 6 is supposed to be the be all end all of the entire world. So like, why would they? Like it wouldn't make any sense if they were to do like a Resident Evil TV show. Then fine, but like if they continue based off the movies, then that shit would be horrible. But let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Are you guys agreeing with what we're saying? Are you guys all
Oh
for the
yeah.
movies? Are you guys against the movies? Let us know down below. Thank you all for watching, guys. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more daily content. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like on the video. Check out Comic Book Fan 1992 down in the comment section below, and we'll be seeing you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Peace.